Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing the emergence of a young star in Jonathan Kuminga right now. Kuminga has been on an absolute tear as of lately, and he's currently on an incredible 6-game stretch, averaging 25 points and 6.7 rebounds, shooting 63% from the field and 58% behind the 3-point line. We have always known Kuminga had potential for these types of performances, as he's shown them in small spurts his first 2 years. The problem for him was always a matter of consistency, and it appears he has finally put the pieces together to create a strong string of high-level play as of recently. This level of consistency hasn't just been for these 6 games. He's currently on a 23-game streak of double-digit points. That's nearly 2 months of basketball in double figures. In this 23-game stretch, Kuminga's averaging 17.4 points, 5.7 rebounds, 2 assists, on 58% shooting and 37% on threes. Remember when the report came out that Kuminga was frustrated with his role on the team after being benched against the Nuggets on January 4th? And when Kuminga told reporters, "I'ma keep it real with you. Me with the ball, nobody's guarding me." Well, ever since, JK has clearly proven that statement true and that Steve Kerr needed to play him more. In my last video essay about Kuminga, I credited Kuminga's improvement in his decision making as the main reason why he was playing so well. Since then, it appears that his decision making has taken a whole nother step in the right direction. I also credit a lot of his improvement towards the Warriors' game plan, as they have really given Kuminga a lot more opportunities by running plays through him. The coaching staff and his teammates have shown a lot of trust towards him, and that has resulted in Kuminga playing with a level of confidence we've never seen before. The team has really made an effort to involve Kuminga in more pick and rolls, more post-ups, and have given him the freedom to go coast to coast when he grabs the defensive rebound. In addition, his teammates have been doing a great job of finding him breaking out on the fast break, leading to some wide open dunks. In the game against the Kings earlier this week, Kuminga was a vital option during crunch time, and the Warriors let him go to work. Although the Warriors lost the game, JK finished with a new career high of 31 points. All of this is made possible because JK was right. There simply wasn't anybody on the Kings that could guard him. One part of Kuminga's game that has really impressed me has been his pace control. Dude has really slowed down his movement in the game, which has given him the ability to recognize what the defense is giving him, and then he makes the right read to give the Warriors a high quality shot. JK has made a living when attacking defenders in isolation, whether that is downhill from the perimeter or in the post. His use of the pump fake has been extremely effective in getting defenders to jump, which has led to some easy finishes. Compared to the past, Kuminga is no longer out of control or continuously drawing offensive fouls. He's simply using his freak athleticism and strength to score over the top of his defenders. Speaking of strength, this guy's an and-one machine. His ability to finish with contact is an ability the Warriors never really had during their dynasty era. His ability to embrace contact has given him a lot of trips to the free throw line. He has also developed a very James Harden-like rip-through move that has been very effective in drawing contact. In my last video, I noted that Kuminga was excellent at getting to the line, but the only problem was that he was knocking down free throws at a relatively low clip, at 67%. It appears that Kuminga has watched my video, mainly because that free throw percentage has taken a spike, going up to 78% in the last 13 games. Moving on, another part of Kuminga's game that has really impressed me has been his post game. In his most recent games, Kuminga has had some very smooth and dare I say Kawhi-like fadeaway jump shots. If Kuminga can continue to knock down these mid-range shots at a decent rate, he will become an even bigger problem against opposing teams. In this specific one against the Kings, he even does the fake jolt to his right and then quickly returns to his left to hit the shot over his defender. You can't tell me that this isn't a superstar move. In other cases, when he has a shorter defender on him, all he has to do is back them down and lay it over the top of them. It isn't just scoring in the post he's great at, he's also displayed a solid level of playmaking. In this play versus the Lakers, Kuminga doesn't rush into his shot. Instead, he recognizes the double being sent at him. While he could panic and pass the ball right away, he waits until the double fully commits to him, and he perfectly times the pass to Wiggins for the open 3. Once again, in another example, in this play against the Hawks, Kuminga backs down Garrison Matthews for the sake of seeing if the double will be sent. Then once again patiently waits for Bogdanovic to fully commit to the double, then finds the open Corey Joseph for the 3-pointer. While these plays seem quite simple, they are very effective when executed correctly. Let's take a look at some of the ways he can improve his game even further. The biggest thing I think he can improve on is tightening his handle. His ball handling is rather basic, as he doesn't even have a crossover when he attacks defenders in isolation. He basically does a small hesitation move, and then he goes right at his defender. He also has below average ball control, and has had multiple cases where he just loses the ball. If he could obtain a decent crossover, it will make his game much more unpredictable against opposing teams. Another aspect of his game he can improve on is his defense. He still has a lot of defensive lapses. For example, in the final play of the Lakers game, he should have helped on the LeBron drive. I'm not going to fault him too much for his defensive lapses though, because every player in the league has defensive lapses, and we have to remember he's only 21, so he's still learning the game. Other than that, Kuminga has been solid defensively on the perimeter, as well as playing the passing lanes. To conclude, after how well Jonathan Kuminga has been playing in the past month, it would surely make sense that the Warriors view him as a cornerstone of their franchise. With 2 weeks left until the trade deadline, the thought of trading him shouldn't even be on the minds of Mike Dunleavy in the front office. Besides, looking at the trade market, is there really anyone the Warriors would be willing to give up JK for? Pascal Siakam's already off the books, and the only star that might be on the move is Zach LaVine, and I don't necessarily think he's a great fit for the team. There have been talks about a possible Mikal Bridges and Nicholas Claxton trade, but I just don't see the Warriors making that trade. Perhaps the Warriors have already had their Pascal Siakam type player in Jonathan Kuminga all along. It was just a matter of being patient and waiting for him to blossom. Looking towards the future, I look forward to seeing JK continue his excellent play. In a recent article by Anthony Slater, he states that when Kuminga, Wiggins, and Draymond played together, they've had a positive plus-minus of plus 41 in the 66 minutes they played together in the last 4 games. This is quite a big deal, mainly because Steve Kerr has spent the last 2 months trying to find a lineup that works together. I expect this trio to continue playing together, and hopefully this combo leads to a positive stretch of games, because the Warriors are in desperate need of some wins, as they keep moving further and further away from making the playoffs. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and go Warriors.